Okay, you have a few options if you want to export stuff and you want to save stuff or download stuff, depending on a few things. For example, let's say you have this stuff, I don't know what to call this. You have an image, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. So the first option is if you want to save your Figma file locally, you go to File, Save Local Copy. You end up with a .fig file, which you are able to re-import and reopen in Figma if that's what you want. Other than that, I mean, stuff gets saved automatically and whenever you make edits in the actual file. Now, if you want to export stuff, an option is go File, Export, and then you will you have a pop-up right here. I mean, it probably is right there. Mine was there. So you just click on Export, you end up with a PNG file. Now, let's say you want to export individual layers. For example, let's say you want to export this rectangle. To do that, just go to Export right here, click on it, and then you have a bunch of options from the drop down. It depends on really what you need. So yeah, just pick whatever you want and then just click on Export, and that's it. Now let's say you want to export the frame, click on the frame, you do the same exact thing. Okay, now let's say you want to export this group, right? You want the test, actually let's just duplicate these rectangles. So you want to export these two rectangles in a file. Now if you select both of them like I just did now, and then you go to export, you will end up with two different files, two different PNGs. You probably don't want that. If you want them to be in the same file, make sure you group them up before you export them. Right click, group selection, Control G. Once you group that, you'll see that if you go to export this, export group 1, it's not export two individual files like export two layers like we had before. The same way with the text, your export, you end up with a text exported as a PNG. So yeah, that's how you download actual layers and graphics from Figma. I don't know of any other way you can export stuff. I mean, there's plugins you can export. You can even export as videos and stuff like that, or get GIFs or like PDF, PowerPoints. But yeah, to do that, just go to Figma, go to plugins, search for whatever you want. You might be able to find plugins that do that for you, but by default there's no really other thing you can export as. These are your only options when you want when it comes to downloading stuff from Figma. So yeah, anyway, and really short and broad terms, this is what you're able to get if you want to export from Figma. These are your options. So yeah.